Hello everyone, today we are going to talk about DNA sequencing. So, what is DNA sequencing? DNA sequencing is a process of determining the sequence of nucleotides, adenine, thymine, cytosine, and guanine in a piece of DNA. There are two types of DNA sequencing, which are Sanger and next-generation sequencing. Sanger sequencing. In Sanger sequencing, the target DNA is copied many times, making fragments of different length. Fluorescent chain terminator nucleotides will mark the ends of the fragment and allow the sequence to be determined. It is used to determine the sequences of many relatively small fragments of human DNA. The ingredients are DNA polymerase enzyme, primer, DNA nucleotides, template to be sequenced, and chain-terminating dideoxy. In step 1, the DNA sample is combined in a tube with primer, DNA polymerase, and DNA nucleotide. The 4 di-labeled chain-terminating dideoxy nucleotides are added as well. The mixture is first heated to 95 degrees Celsius to denature the template, and then cooled down to 60 degrees Celsius so that the primer can bind to the single-stranded template. Once the primer has bound, the temperature is raised again to 60 degrees Celsius, allowing DNA polymerase to synthesize new DNA starting from the primer. DNA polymerase will continue adding nucleotides to the chain until it happens to add a dideoxy nucleotide. At that point, no further nucleotides can be added. Next, the process is repeated in many cycles, and the fragment will undergo capillary gel electrophoresis, and lastly, the DNA sequence is read from the peaks in the chromatogram. The next one is generation sequencing. Next generation sequencing is different from Sanger because it is highly parallel, microscale, fast, low cost, and shorter length. In step 1, the starting molecules are converted into double-stranded DNA molecules that are bound by adapters. In step 2, the adapters enable the binding of the library molecule to the surfaces, the bed or flow cell, where they are amplified prior to sequencing. In step 3, the clonal amplicons are specially separated on a glass-like chips or picotheater plate. And lastly, the sequencing is done by ligation process. This table is showing the next generation DNA sequencing. Thank you.
Created using Powtoon.